Oh yeah, it's me. You're seeing it right. It's an upload. It's a new upload. So I haven't been uploading on this channel often because they gave me a false strike on it. Don't worry, I fought it, beat it, and won. One thing I've noticed from this channel, I have 3 YouTube channels. I have the Screwface John channel with over 1 million subscribers. I have Screwfaces Lit, which is like over 100,000, and I have this one. One thing I noticed is the biggest violations of fair use are niggas in comedy. And it wasn't Josh Johnson, it wasn't that. But one thing I've noticed is what I deal with on this channel, it's almost as if fair use doesn't exist in comedy and they don't understand, or they don't understand it exists. But they ain't gonna hold me down. I'm back. We got a new Josh Johnson, the priest and the pickle. I'll be trying to upload more frequently on this page, but shit, man, what? But here we go.
Okay. I know I'm getting older now because I've realized
Mr. Gray Hoodie himself.
I've realized that a lot of people that I knew when I was young have passed away because of basic math. Do you know what I mean? Like, there'll just be someone that you're thinking about where you're like, oh man, they were old when I was a kid and I pay bills now, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a lot of people like that in my life.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
That's how I look back on a lot of my teachers. There's a lot of teachers where I also started noticing, too, I go like, ah, damn, it seems like there was just a lot of old motherfuckers teaching. It felt like all my teachers was old as hell. And then now I look back and go, oh, yeah, there's no way they still around. There's no way. They're about 50, 11 years old when I was about 6. Ain't no way them motherfuckers. And if they are, niggas are Sith Lords and they're running on pure hatred.
I went to a Catholic school in high school, and there was
Oof, that's awful.
There was a priest there that I thought was hilarious. I don't even remember his name. I feel bad about it, but you know, he was dope, and he would do mass because we would have mass before classes and stuff.
Mass before class. Sorry, had to run.
He would always forget to turn his mic off. Consistently. I don't even think he knew it had an off button. He would always forget to turn his mic off, and then he would take the sacrament, right, which is a cracker. And then every time he did it with next to his mic, it sounded like he was losing a tooth every week. It was never not hilarious. I remember the first time it happened,
I actually have to before I even go into more, I have to actually give a shout out to Josh Johnson. You're probably going to be seeing a lot more Josh Johnson on this channel. Not that you already have him, but the reason why you see a lot is because he's one person who understands fair use. He's one person who clearly appreciates people reacting to his stuff. He's one person who understands how YouTube and the internet works. So I've never had a copyright issue with him. I've never had him false flag, false claim, or false something. And I love watching his stuff because he reminds me of somebody I grew up with. So shout out to Josh Johnson. I got to give you the props of that because, like, bro, I do music. Bro, I do music reactions. I'm a pretty big YouTube, music reactor on YouTube. You would think, nigga, that Universal Music is going to be crazier than goddamn, some of these comedy stories. Like, nah, y'all niggas is weird, gang. I ain't gonna lie. But
it's like, did he
shout out
crack
to
his
Josh.
soul? Like, what? And you know, I'm not Catholic, but I would sometimes, when we would have a retreat or something, I would go to the confession just to like do it. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a certain power in going to confession when you're not Catholic, because you're gonna tell someone a bunch of stuff they can't tell anybody else. And then they're gonna tell you what to do about it, and you're just gonna nod. Like this.
Hey, you're gonna just nod.
So I went to confession, and it wasn't as much of a confession because I think he knew I wasn't Catholic, so it was more of a conversation, right? And in the conversation, he said something that stuck with me ever ever since where he was like, I don't know. This is him. I don't know if there's a God. But I've read the Bible.
You're trying to keep it real.
And I feel like, God or not, that this is the best way to live my life. I feel like I'm happier.
I'm not mad at that at
kinder
all,
to
actually.
people. I feel better with this thing than without it. So that's just me, right? And I never heard someone, especially someone like in a church, like of the church, speak so candidly about their beliefs, right? Mm-hmm. I'd ask people my entire life straight up, hard questions. And sometimes they'd be like, well, God has a plan. But when somebody hits you with, I don't know either, it really stops both of you. I remember the moment he said it, I was like, oh, I hope I didn't break.
He converted this nigga.
I hope I didn't break a priest. You gotta go to hell if you break a priest. But he was like, no, I don't know. But I think that even if nothing happens when you die, even if there's no God, by the time I'm gone, I'll be pretty happy about the way that I lived my life.
I'm not mad at that.
And I thought about that the other day.
You hear how quiet it got? That's crowd control, bro. I'm a rapper, so I've been on many stages. That is they laugh when he wants them to laugh. They're dead quiet when you'll go from a crowd pop to it being dead quiet. He's mastering this crowd right now. He is molding them like plastic into the figure he wants. It's respect.
And I was like, ooh, I was 14. And he was like 84, so.
Brought it back around. That's a bar.
I definitely missed a funeral. Okay, I don't drive because I'm a terrible driver. Like,
really?
I failed my driving test, and I'm out of practice since then. And so I don't drive, but I get driven. I take Ubers.
Oh, okay,
like
Mr.
that.
Big Shot.
Friends have given me rides and stuff. So I understand the value of gas money. And, it always felt like some classic 90s late night joke to talk about gas prices and if they were high or they're getting so high or whatever. And at least right now, gas, at least in most states, is on the lower side. It's cheaper. It's trending down, actually. It's cheaper than it was last week at the time that I'm saying this, right? Don't quote me years from now. Mr. Moneybags thinks that gas is cheap. It's like, no. I'm saying that as of September 4th.
Don't it feel like he also has a very, I'm just hanging out with you style. That's why it feels like he's not performing. It feels like he's not performing to me. It feels like he's just like we're in the basement. We just hit some za or something. Maybe he looked like he'd get paranoid. So maybe I hit some za. We playing some video games or we doing something and he just spitting. That's what it feels like. And those moments is when comic gold happens. Think back about the funniest moments with your homies, man. I bet you it was a chill situation. I bet you it wasn't like, oh, there's girls around, so we gotta perform, or oh, we're at a party, so we gotta act a certain way. I bet you the funniest moments you was in a whip, you was in the car with your mans, you was just bored at the crib. You might have been in the classroom just chilling with your man and he kicked something hilarious. I'm telling you that, because your guard is down. when you know you're being performed to, it's almost like your guard is a bit up. Like, all right, make me laugh, funny man. But when it's like a real conversational, like I'm chilling, I'm just like the funny homie. Your guard is down and it allows you to laugh more. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. But
2024, gas is trending down. It's cheaper than it was last week. It's cheaper than it was a month ago. And it's down from a year ago, right? And I think that because of that, gas stations are maybe hurting a little bit and they're starting to sell extra stuff that is a bad business model, right? Like extra stuff that shouldn't even be at the gas station. Like I saw gas station flowers.
Oh, they've been in there. They've been in there. Yeah, you ain't never had some gas station flowers?
Fellas, if you ever mess up.
Nah, gas station flowers, that's for like your little high school little thing. Like when you in high school, you feel me? And there should be nobody that you actually have a real commitment to you getting gas station flowers. Actually, I take that back. As I was saying that, I'm full of bullshit. It's really the sentiment that counts. And I know it's not as funny, but like, hey man, if you gotta, like, you might could get it off on some real, but you gotta have like, you know what I mean, a plan with it. She can't ever know. Or the fact can be like, maybe you broke and she know that and you got her. There's some women who like that. It's like, oh, you didn't get me, you don't usually get, so you got me, this is all you could give me. It's a sentimental thing. Now, I wouldn't say most of them are like that, so I wouldn't go ahead and test that. Go to the real florist or go to the flower place. Because if she find a receipt, nigga, that shit say, goddamn, 7-Eleven? Oh, yeah. It's going to go from 7-Eleven to 762 real fast, nigga.
And you're thinking about what you did, and you're on your way home, and you're feeling apologetic, but you don't want, you messed up too bad to just text. You can't just be like, I'm sorry, LOL. It's not gonna work. You're like, I gotta make this right? And so you're getting your apology ready in your head, and then, you see that the tank's pretty close to E. You're like, let me be responsible, fill up the family car, right? And then you get to the gas station, you fill up the car, and then you see inside that there are flowers, real flowers, at the gas station. If you walk in and you buy those flowers.
But that's what I said. Especially if they're real flowers, just throw away the receipt. Find the best ones you can, throw away the receipt, and no harm, no foul. You feel me? No harm, no foul. I will say though, if she finds out you got some, come on man, some Super 8 flowers. Listen, bro.
Flowers. And you bring them home, she will leave you, all right? Gas station flowers look like an omen. Like, they're just dead enough to be alive. I've never seen anything like it. Like, and for sale of regular price flowers too. There was a bouquet that was in a bucket with a bunch of other bouquets, and I looked and the sign said $9.99 for these very dead. There's no vegetation around. These flowers were clearly shipped in like the back of a fridge or something.
Yep.
Flowers are big. Salads. I'm all for people eating their greens. And I think we should be healthier as a country. But if you buy a gas station salad, you have just used your credit or debit card to pay for E. coli, right? E. coli is supposed to be microscopic, but you can see it on a gas station salad. You can see it tap dancing in there. You can see it.
That's a part of the seasoning.
Waiting to get inside you, excited. Eat me, please. I was at a gas station in Kentucky and saw, for sale apparently, a loose pickle.
said one singular pickle.
When I say a loose pickle, I want you to understand I said it right. I was at the gas station. My friend was getting gas. I was gonna buy a bottle of water. And as I'm walking towards the fridge with the waters in it, I pass a shelf. The shelf has pickles laid out on the shelf and a price tag right under it.
That sounds like the beginning of a Saw game, man. I feel like had you would have grabbed one of those pickles, there would have been a string attached. It would have ripped. You want to play a game? That's all you would have heard. You just entered into a Saw game now. Now you gotta goddamn cut a pickle out of somebody or something. Hey, that's what you get for getting gas station pickles and singular pickles. What?
$1.99 for these loose pickles.
And I feel like it's an expensive pickle.
$1.99 for these loose pickles. They're just on a very dusty shelf. And they were wet. Like they had pickle juice on them. And it was a mystery I needed to solve because in my head, I was like, what could have happened here? Because this was like a mom and pop gas station. It wasn't
I ain't gonna lie to you. And they were wet. Is the nastiest part of this whole thing. And they were wet. I know they're supposed to be, but I don't want a singular pickle to be, but I don't know. That's just disgusting.
like a Circle K or, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like anything like that. It wasn't a Shell or anything. It was just like a regular independent gas station. There's very few now, and I guess I can see why. But this loose pickle is just on the shelf with some other loose pickles, like, but it's wet. And in my head, I was like, this is like either a miracle or the worst business idea I've ever seen in my entire life. Can you imagine someone pitching, look, pickles taste like pickle, all right? Just throw them out there. Don't put them in a jar. Don't let them soak in pickle juice. They're gonna taste like pickle no matter what you do, all right? Sure, there's a little dust. That dust is character, okay? But truly,
they had to blow on the pickle like a Nintendo 64 cartridge, didn't it? What is that? No freaky on blow on the pickle, by the way.
What I think happened, because this is like an indie, you know, mom and pop gas station, I think somebody went in there, and don't get me wrong, a person who's out of their mind, they went in there and they were like, hey, let me get the whole jar of pickles, but no pickles.
I could actually see someone coming in and buying pickle juice. I could definitely see people who like pickle juice got like a weird sickness obsession with pickle juice. I am not gonna lie to you.
I just want the juice and the jar.
I can see that. I could actually see that.
And then this mom and pop gas station owner said, rightfully so, excuse me? Sir, I want the jar and the juice, hold the pickles, and I'll pay whatever price you want. And so then this very old man was like, okay.
Oh, he tried to double dip. Y'all say he tried to sell the pickle brining and the juice and then re-rock the pickle. I ain't never had a re-rock pickle, bro. Oh, nah, bro. He trying to re-rock the pickle, nigga. Oh, God. God damn, the pickle stepped on now. He trying to cut the pickle. He trying to cut it. He said, you ain't got no baking soda? You ain't got no baking soda? He trying to put some cut on the pickle, nigga. Oh, don't ever send me no re-rock pickle, bro. That's crazy. trying to double dip.
Because what do you charge for that? If somebody says, name your price, I would charge like $300. $300 would make me feel comfortable about making a sale to a serial killer, right? I wouldn't even say 3, maybe 500. I think 500 would make me more comfortable about what I had to do while somebody watched. You know what I mean? No, 5,000. $5,000 would be my price because I would want them to have to pay so much that they couldn't get far, and when I called the police, they wouldn't be... They'd just be one tank of gas away. Loose pickles. And I asked them, I was like, so your pickles over there, what's the deal with that? Because they're just loose on the shelf. And the guy goes, what?
No, that's an even skill. That's the wrong reaction. Excuse me.
I was like, your pickles are loose on the shelf. Because now I'm getting nervous. So your pickles are loose on the shelf. And he's like, what?
Get out that gas station.
Under his breath. And then he goes over there to the aisle where I pointed. And he's like, not again.
The pickle bandit strikes again. Goddamn.
Again. And he's like, not again. I was like, wait, so this happened before? Like, you didn't want this to happen? Like, a weird stranger didn't come in here and pay you $5,000 for just the jar and the juice? And this dude explained to me while I bought my bottle of water that a resident weirdo comes in every couple of months and...
You know what's weird is, I'm pretty sure Josh is from the South, but I've always noticed, like, he's got a real West Coasty, like, way of saying things. And some people might be like, what is a West... I want to say West Coast accent. And some people might be like, what do you mean what's a West Coast accent? Like the Valley Girl? No, it's not in 1989. There's a certain thing about the hood niggas in the West, and it's like really California. Just the way he said weird out. He said weird out. Like he said that sounds super West Coasty. Trust me, I've lived in the West Coast for a long time. He very weird out. Weird out. The way he hits his ERs. Because niggas in the West, they'll hit their ERs they'll enunciate the hell out of an ER. Huh? Buster? He's a buster over here. They will enunciate the hell out of, they don't ever make an ER an A. You right? Where most people, like in the South, you make an ER an A. Huh? Like a trigger or like Atlanta nigga, I'll finna pull that trigger off on your ass, boy. They ain't never gonna say, I'm finna pull this trigger on you. A West Coast nigga, hey, I'm finna pull this little trigger right here, bro. Yeah, I'm finna pull this little trigger. Where you from? Where your grandma stay? Facts. Random thought, but...
No.
Weird
comes in every couple of months.
Every couple of months.
And slyly
that's a little southern.
Takes all the pickles out of the jar and runs out with the jar and the juice.
Oh, so he don't buy it.
And he said, this dude said, I have alerted the authorities multiple times.
You don't have cameras?
But they say there's nothing that they can do because he's stealing, but it's not like a priced amount. And I was like, may I offer a suggestion? Pickles, $1.99 each. Jar, $5,000.
Oh, actually, it's pretty smart. Because then it's a really a then you want the nigga to steal it. Then you start putting signs up like new pickle juice, new fresh pickle juice in this mama. Yeah, then you start putting, and then you just start waiting. You see him come in, you act like you don't see it. He grabbed the pickle, oh no. And you call the cops, get your 5 racks. Now I will say, getting 5,000 from that nigga who's stealing pickle juice in jars, it's probably gonna be impossible. You probably never gonna see that 5,000. But anyway, it's a principle. Shout out to my boy Josh Johnson. You killed it. Love to see you on your rise right now. He blowing up. Love to see it.